I'm Kevin Thomas, Senior Pastor of Forest Lake United Methodist Church. Thank you for joining us as we look at this week's lectionary readings. Today, let's talk about the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verses 21 through 28. From that time on, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and undergo great suffering at the hands of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, God forbid it, Lord. This must never happen to you. But he turned to Peter and said, Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you are setting your mind not on divine things, but on human things. Then Jesus told his disciples, If anyone wants to become my followers, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For those who want to save their life will lose it, but those who lose their life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit them if they gain the whole world, but forfeit their life? Or what will they give in return for their life? For the Son of Man is to come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and then he will repay everyone for what has been done. Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Last week, Peter was the hero. He was the first to speak up and announce that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. What praise he got! Jesus called him the Rock, Peter, foundation of the church. I can only imagine the pride and self-confidence he felt in that moment. But then he stuck his foot in his mouth. Jesus shared the plan for his ministry with the disciples, and this same Peter opposed him. Peter took a stand against Jesus, for which he suffered a mighty stern rebuke. Get behind me, Satan. Perhaps the sternest rebuke that Jesus ever gave to any of the disciples. I can only imagine that the words crushed Peter. Please allow me to share two lessons that I get from these exchanges. Number one, Christianity is about what God wants, not what we want. When Peter aligned himself with Jesus' mission, Jesus praised him. When Peter opposed Jesus' mission, Jesus scolded him. Our faith is about conforming ourselves to God's will. Number two, even the best of us get it wrong. Peter opposed Jesus. Jesus corrected him, but didn't throw him out of the group. In our efforts to conform ourselves to God's will, we will make mistakes. God will correct us as well, but he will also graciously continue to include us in the family. This week, let's continue to learn how to pray, not my will, but God's will be done.